Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Antarctica. We just found ourselves in the middle of this. It looks like there was a volcanic eruption here um, in Antarctica, something really, really weird that we just found out now. And also, something incredibly insane also just happened, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time, we have found out that there are inhabitants here in Antarctica, people who seem to have settled here thousands and thousands of years ago, and they have embraced some civilization. Next to us today, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we just woke up. It is now 0500 hours. It's 5 in the morning, and we just ran into these guys here, and they have surrounded us with these small yachts. Absolutely terrifying what they will be doing in the middle of nowhere, how they would survive in this deep south. It's two vessels, two yachts here that we've run into, and looks like some habitation here. Some people live here. Looks like they've been living here, and these houses. I'm sorry, I'm just missing the front part of it because the ship is swinging port side because these guys have asked us to go back, to head back to where we're from, which is this channel. We were just exploring this morning, sailing down these beautiful glaciers here, or these volcanic glaciers of Antarctica. And these guys have just cut in front of us and asked us to head back to where we were. Absolutely insane. You can see these people up there on deck recording these findings that we just found out here. I'm trying to get the registration of this yacht to see if we can Google it and find out who these guys are, but the boats are unmarked, ladies and gentlemen. They are unmarked civilian boats. We're not sure what really they are doing here. Absolutely crazy. There's a little flag there. I don't know, it looks to me more. Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back again. It's been a hectic day here today. Such a busy day today. Yeah, this morning we encountered a small problem with some folks there that we're still trying to figure out who they are really. Since they made us, they gave us a signal to flashback. Apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, we found out where these guys live today. As you can see there, those are the propellers. We're trying to push fast because these guys are still up our asses here chasing us, but that is where these guys live. It is the Argentinians, ladies and gentlemen. We have found their base here. They are settled here. It looks like there's a tiny military ship there hiding, or it looks like it is a nozzle of a submarine showing there, but they are called Camara. I'm not sure what that is. They've put up heavy signaling devices here, ladies and gentlemen, and we cannot see a human being moving around there, as we've been waiting here since this morning at about midday to try and see if there's any movements from any humans there, but we haven't spotted any humans, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely crazy. We have decided to fall back. It's not safe anymore. We've decided to fall back and head back north. At the moment, we are the only ones at this vicinity, ladies and gentlemen, and the crazy part about this is that there's so much light that is reflecting that snowy mountains back there. It is quite an unusual light. It looks like it's coming from the top part, covering that ice wall there. That we are trying to figure out where is that light coming from, ladies and gentlemen. This morning when we got into that incident and we were trapped between some people whom we were not sure who they were, we were behind this wall here. We were right behind here. That's where we were, and so we are yet to find out really what is that light striking, covering that. And this is where it's right behind these buildings here, which, as I said, we've been monitoring this mountain since this morning, and we haven't seen any human activity, but the place looks really quite neat and organized to be an abandoned place. It also still shows fresh paintings on that on those buildings, meaning that there is really something happening there, ladies and gentlemen. The Nat Geo ship that we are down here together trying to explore is also they have also dropped their anchor there, as you can see them. Let me bring them close. They have put down their anchor there, also waiting for us, so we can all merge together and march up back north, head back to some safe harbor, and put down our anchors for the night. And we will spend the night here today before we get back to the Drake Passage for the next 2 days and head back to Ushuaia, ladies and gentlemen, to get new clientele and head back down here again. We are about to do these on and on and on with these guys until we find out what is really behind these ice walls of Antarctica. People will find out what is behind these ice walls of Antarctica, ladies and gentlemen. That is gonna be a mission now for us at the moment. Having said all that, ladies and gentlemen, the fact still remains that Antarctica is one of the most beautiful places in the world. Absolutely fascinating indeed. But to be honest with you, I think if it was open for humans to inhabit, I don't think it would stay this beautiful because of all the ecosystem changes and things like that. But ladies and gentlemen, we are now heading back north. We will go back to Galish Strait tonight, but we'll drop our anchor in Galish Strait and shelter there for the night because there's a heavy storm coming on our navigational charts today. We are looking at winds up to 18 knots swinging through the Drake Passage. Just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, there is no way you will make it to Antarctica without crossing the Drake Passage. So what worries me a lot, ladies and gentlemen, is that those small yachts that we saw this morning, I don't really know how they made it through the Drake Passage. I mean, for a ship that size, it could be easily blown and swept away by this strong wind. So whatever those people on the small yachts came from, I don't really think they came through the Drake Passage. It's practically impossible to cross the Drake Passage with such a small vessel. Remember, as you can see, the Nacho vessel there is also quite huge, and my ship also is quite massive one. Not as big as it is, but it is big. So I really don't know how they made it down here, ladies and gentlemen. So we will head back to the Galish Strait. As I said, we're now going north. That direction heads back to Ushuaia, something like that, to Argentina. So we're heading there, but we will stop after about 100 k's to put our anchor down and get ready for the final departure tomorrow to the Drake Passage as we wait for the weather to clear. Ladies and gentlemen, the coast of Antarctica.